Ambitious but lazy? Watch this video now. You might have thought several times, I want to do something big with my life. But the next morning, you're like, maybe tomorrow. It happens too many times. If you feel like you're ambitious, but also somewhat lazy, this video's for you. Because in fact, you're not lazy. You've just been tricked into thinking you are. Let me show you why. And more importantly, what to do about it. Stage 1. Stuck, but wanting more. All right, let's start with this. Sometimes it happens that your brain is pounding with a lot of ideas. You probably dream about starting something, traveling, working for yourself, whatever it is. But then real life kicks in. You get busy with the routine, work, eat, scroll, and somehow it's midnight again. It's not that you're lazy, it's that you're stuck. You're stuck in a routine that feels safe, but also sort of soul-sucking. And maybe you've been doing the same thing for the past 2, 3, even 5 years. With small upgrades here and there, a tiny raise, a new phone, a different office chair. But deep down, you're not satisfied. You want more, but you're unsure where to begin. And honestly, you're tired. So first things first, acknowledge where you are. This is the stage. Let's call it the drag. You're not failing, you're not lazy, you're just dragging through a system that was never really built to let you win. And that's not your fault. But staying here is your choice. Stage 2, the spark. Now we get to the next part. I want to call it the spark. This is the moment where something in your brain clicks. Maybe it's right now. Maybe it's the fact that you're still watching this video. The spark is when you realize, I don't want to keep living on autopilot. But this is where most people stop. They feel the spark, maybe get hyped for a day or two, start journaling or making a to-do list, and then back to dragging. The spark only matters if you protect it. And the first way to protect it is to cut out the noise. That means not telling every single friend about your big ideas, especially those who only want to sit around and complain. Everyone doesn't want to grow. Some people get uncomfortable when they see you trying the change. So, your first action in this stage is simple. Protect your focus. That might mean deleting a couple of apps that are eating your precious time and attention, muting a few group chats, or saying no to that random hangout you don't even want to go to. You're not cutting people off. You're just carving out space to think. Stage 3, the small moves. Now, motivation fades fast. 1 minute you're pumped up watching some YouTube video telling you to chase your dreams. And the next, you're scrolling through TikTok wondering where the day went. That's why the next stage matters the most. It isn't about staying hyped up 24/7. It's about making small moves. These could be tiny, unglamorous, borderline steps, the stuff that doesn't get likes or applause, but it stacks up quietly and consistently. You don't need to overhaul your life, wake up at 5 a.m. or draft a 10-year master plan. That's overwhelming and unnecessary. What you need is a single, straightforward action every day, something that nudges you even an inch forward, not a leap, not a sprint, just a nudge. The key is to show up daily, not when you feel like it, not now and then, daily. Pick one thing that moves the needle and keep doing it. Track your spending for a week. Watch where your money leaks. It's eye-opening. Set a 10-minute timer and write. Don't worry about what. Just brain dump whatever's in your head. Learn a skill you can eventually earn from. Writing, video editing, voiceovers, coding. Pick one and chip away at it. This is what most people miss. Make it so simple that it's almost impossible to skip. Like, I can do this even when I'm tired, annoyed, or not in the mood. That's where the difference occurs. At first, it will feel slow, maybe even pointless, but give it 30 days, just 30. You will be shocked at how far you've moved without realizing it. Meanwhile, 90% of people are still stuck in the same place, telling themselves they will start tomorrow. So don't wait for motivation, build momentum quietly, daily, and let that compound into real progress. Stage 4, energy shifts. Now, at this stage, something weird starts to happen. After about a month of consistently showing up for yourself, your energy shifts. It's subtle at first. You don't even realize it's happening until you look back and go, wait, I feel different. You start noticing things you used to overlook. Your thoughts feel less foggy. You catch yourself having clearer ideas. You're a little quicker to speak up in conversations without second-guessing yourself. You're not dragging through the day before. You move with a bit more purpose, a little more confidence. I call this the shift, and it matters more than people realize. Because this is the turning point. This is when small, almost invisible wins start stacking up. Not from some overnight transformation or big achievements, but from quietly showing up day after day. And once you feel that shift, it's time to double down on 3 things. Number 1, your time. Start time blocking, even if it's just 1 hour a day. Protect that hour like it's sacred. Use it for anything that pushes your goals forward. No distractions, no multitasking. Number 2, your skill. Don't chase 10 new things. Pick one, go deep. Whether it's writing, editing, designing, or coding, go from dabbling to actually getting good. Number 3, your space. Your environment is silently shaping your habits every single day. Clean off your desk, organize your files, unfollow content that drains you, curate your space, physical and digital, so it supports your focus instead of pulling you in 5 different directions. And just to be clear, this isn't about grinding for 16 hours a day. That's not sustainable and it's not the goal. You don't need to hustle every second. What you do need is consistent, intentional space for progress. Even just a small chunk of focused effort each day adds up fast. The shift is real. Lean into it. Nurture it. That's how real momentum is built. Not in a frenzy, but in the quiet, committed moments when no one's watching. Stage 5, real momentum. Now you've got some real movement going. You're not just sitting around thinking about doing something, you're doing it. You're showing up, taking action, following through, even when it's inconvenient, even when no one's clapping for you. This is a powerful stage to be in. It's when people around you start to notice. You will hear things like, "How are you doing all this?" Or, "You've been on your game lately." But what they don't see is the part they will never fully understand, which is all the quiet days. The ones where you showed up without any recognition, when you did the work, even though it felt like nothing was happening. That silent consistency, that's what built the foundation. Let's call this stage real momentum, because now you're not just moving, you're moving with purpose. And at this point, you want to start zooming out a bit and thinking about your future differently. It's not only about what job do I want, but more like how do I want to live? Get specific. Do you want to work from anywhere? Do you crave quiet mornings or late nights? Do you want to be surrounded by people or work independently? Do you want to live in one place or travel year-round? Do you want control over your schedule, or is structure more your vibe? These are not small questions. They're everything. Because when you start answering them, you stop chasing someone else's version of success. You begin to reverse engineer your life based on your values, not only a paycheck or a job title. Suddenly, your goals feel more aligned, your actions feel more intentional, and your daily work starts pointing in the right direction. Now, the people who make it, they didn't just grind harder, they got clear. They worked smarter in a direction that made sense for them, and that's exactly what you're starting to do now. Final stage, the rewire. The last stage, it's not a finish line, it's more like a rewire. This is where you stop asking, "Am I doing enough?" and start asking, "Am I doing what matters?" You don't need to hustle forever. You just need to build something sustainable, something that keeps growing even when you're resting. Maybe that's a business, maybe that's a system, maybe it's just you being consistent. The goal, to live life on your own terms, and it all starts with one choice. Stop waiting for motivation to appear from anywhere. Start doing something small every day, even when you don't feel like it. Because that's how you go from ambitious but lazy to someone who builds the life they've been dreaming about. And if nobody's told you this yet, you don't need to have it all figured out today. You just need to start. All right, that's it from me. If you made it this far, you're already way ahead of most people. Not because I'm some expert, but because you took time for you. If this hit home, maybe send it to someone else who needs to hear it too. And if you want more real talk like this, you know what to do. Catch you in the next one. Peace.